Hello friends, so as I said in my Instagram story today, I will take you from zero to the total guide on why you should not buy Funding Pips instant program. Okay, I am not hitting Funding Pips here. You know my favorite firm is Funding Pips, and like I have gotten more than 100k in payouts at the very least from the Funding Pips platform. Okay, so I will give you an honest review, the review you need before going in this challenge, because for $499 a 100k master account seems too good to be true. And yes, it is like that, and there are many conditions that will stop you from getting payout, and we will talk about that in details. Okay, so let's start first with the amount pricings. Okay, so pricing is pretty decent, and that is because it's that much hard to get a payout. I am not saying Funding Pips will deny, but the rules that are there, it's straight up there to stop you from getting paid. Okay, so let's start with pricing. So 5k 69, 10k 99, 25 number 99. Okay, pricing seems to be normal, and yes, it's normal. As a normal account, you can see a two-step account, 100k account will cost you $444. Okay, and it's totally good price for an account, and net in the for the instant account it's costing about $499, only $50 more, which seems to be too good to be true. But let me break it down. Okay, so trading pair, it's unlimited, minimum trading days 7 days. Okay, these two things are good, well and good, but now starts the real thing. Okay, the maximum loss limit is the amount of the equity or balance can't go below. Okay, 3%. So for many of the traders who are trading with normal firms like B plus firms and like that, they will get to know, like they will not know this about this rule because it's not used in the CFD based industry, and it's commonly used in like futures and all that. But let me break it down that what it is. Okay, so your daily drawdown or your maximum drawdown will move according to your equity. Let's say you hit $1,200 profit for the first trade. Your equity, and like you close the trade and you don't trade for the day. The next day you will wake up, you will see that at the starting of the challenge, the maximum loss was at $95,000. It will go up by $1,200. So now it will be $96,200, and this will not shift. Okay. It will only stop after you have made 5%. If you go like 6%, then it will not move, but before that it will follow you. So let's say you take a loss other day, like $1,000 loss. Okay, then you what they will do is your drawdown remains the same. Okay, now I hope you all understood. And like it shows maximum daily loss is 3%, but no, it's not. There is one more rule behind this, and maximum loss 5% explained above. Okay, now comes the second part, where it may seem like where lies the major problem. The real problem lies in this consistency score. Okay, so even in the future space where this rule is very common, the most they go is 40%. Okay, and the good one is 50%. That's how it is. But here it's 15%. That's how low it is. I mean, let me give you an example. If you make $2,000 for the first trade of the day, your maximum profit can't increase $300 from then on. Okay, you understand my point here. Let's say you make $5,000 for the first trade, which is very hard. I know some of you guys can do it, but it's not possible for most of us, even for me. Okay, but if you make $5,000, you can. It's a good thing because at least you can make $800 or around $750 in profit, and it's good. But if your first trade made you two or $1,000, which is very common, then you can only make $150 in a day or in a single trade, and you can only make $300 or around that for a range point, or $200. Okay, I hope you understood my point here. Consistency rule is very simple if you try to understand in this way. Let's say you made $10,000 profit. Okay, so what is allowed is around, if we do some calculation, it's around $1,500. That's what they give you as an example, because $1,500, it may seem like, oh yeah, I am not making $1,500 daily, so this rule is good. But imagine if you make like $2,000, and then you have to make only right around let's say 200 $300 for the day, okay, for a single trade. And you can't get a plus setup every time for the day. So if you took only one trade, that's like $300. Okay, so I hope you understood this rule. This is the major problem that lies, and there is one more rule that supports this, so I will tell you this later on. You will not find this in here, everything here. This is just an overview for you to get stuck in this thing. Okay, reward split, it's bi-weekly 95%. This is the only thing, there is no catch. But if we talk about something and it comes in this range, yes, there is a very big catch, and let me tell you about it. Okay, so you can't find it regularly. You will find it once you like at least grow 2 or 3 accounts, but before that you have to do some major research for that, and like that's how they make money, of course. So okay, so what is this? The major issue in this thing is that you have to first make $3,000. Okay, the first $3,000 you can't withdraw. After making that $3,000, you will have to make $1,000 more to get a $1,950 payout. You can't withdraw that 3%, first 3% that you made on that account. The thing is, they are saying it as a safety cushion, because so that you can get an extra leverage and all that bullshit, but it's not like that. Okay, and this is one of the major reason this is a total no for me, because with the consistency score of 15% and the reward split of and the $3,000 thing that on a 100K account, it makes it nigh impossible to get a payout. Of course, there will be people who can take it, but I am just telling it the facts that 99% of the people, even for me, even I failed. Like I bought 4 accounts yesterday just as soon as I got, and when I traded, I got the real thing. I got behind the scenes. I talked to the moderators and all, and I talked to few of my connections. As you know, I am already this much funded from funding PIPS, so I do have some connections. Okay, so I asked from them, and they told me the real thing. And one more thing about this is that minimum trading days or minimum daily loss. Okay, it may seem like 3%, but there is one more condition in it. Your open position can't be in loss of more than 1% of the account. So let's say I have a 100K account, so my PNL, I can't even close it. If it's just as exceeds $1,000 mark, it's a hard breach. They will lock out the account and you lose the funded challenge. It's not like even a soft breach, like it will break you out for the whole day or something like that. It's an hard breach, so be aware of that. Even I got stopped out because of that particular rule. Okay, so that's the thing with it. And now let me explain my chat with the support team. Okay, let's first go to the funding pips. Okay, I will tell you about everything here. You can see the instant funding and like everything is here. Trading strategy 15%, maximum one risk limit, minimum profitable days 7, minimum profitable. Also about rewards, let's tell me. Okay, on demand rewards, the reward system is good, of course. So if someone can reach at that point, he deserves it. The second thing is, biggest loss cannot exceed biggest win. So let's say if you took $1,000 loss, or $1,000 loss, no, $1,000 not. Let's say you take a $800 loss on a single trade, and if your biggest win is smaller than it, let's say your biggest win is $700 or $600, and your biggest loss is $800, you will not get the payout. You have to make your biggest win greater than your biggest loss. That's one. No, I agree. This is for the, some will call it as a a training for the people, so that they can like improve themselves and have a decent risk reward ratio. But at least tell this before buying the account. After buying, let's say someone is taking the payout at the time of payout, he will get stuck. Okay, 19 mass audience of theirs doesn't even use Discord or anything. They didn't even ask like the live support or chat, anything like that. They will just buy it, and after the account, like say they blow one, two, three, or four accounts, or after four accounts, let's say they reach fifth account, and on that fifth account they like get the payout. But what do they see? They have another rule behind, hiding behind the scenes. Okay, that's my issue with it. I love funding pips and I support them every time, but this is not this is not what they should do as a firm this big. And I'm not like in any way bad mouthing them. They are very good firm. They are the first firm that made me like, that gave me payout, and I actually have met with the owner of that firm. Okay, so I am in no position to badmouth them. This is just the reality that I want my people to know, and that they should be aware of this before going for the account. Okay, so let's talk about the Discord. Okay, this is a Discord. You can see this, and let's talk about this. Okay, so I talk to them like even this is the I like after the talking and after asking everything, I was explaining this scam to everyone. You can call it a scam in a one way, but it's not like they are doing something illegal. Okay, so and like they got angry with me and like they banned me for 7 days on Discord server. I can't do anything about it now, can I? Okay, so they banned me from the Discord. I can't text for 7 days, but like it's good thing because now I can at least help others. Okay, so this is the thing you can read here. Everything is bullshit here. Like I have explained you everything what you need to know about this before go. Also, one more thing is that you can't hold a trade. You are not allowed to hold trade, no matter what. If okay, you should know matter what means that it's not like you can open a position 10 minutes before and then hold it through the news and then close 10 minutes after. No, news trading in is like absolutely a big no. That's one thing you should know about. Okay, so let's get over the fact that which platform you should go if you want to go for an instant funding. Okay, now I will tell you about a firm which is best in this genre. Okay, and in this niche, and it's instant funding. You can get from the name. It's a good firm, and like, and they give payout. I have gotten a $10,000 payout from their instant funding. Okay, this is the thing here. You can see platform. They give platform 5 instant funding. Okay, you can get an $80,000 funding from them, and like if you choose major dues holding, it's not necessary because this thing is for like if you have to open the trade just 1 minute before the news. Okay, if you don't choose it, you can open the trade 5 or 4 minutes before or like that. I will make a separate video about this when I like get the payout. I have made about $10,000 in this, and that I can withdraw it like in 13th of 13th, or it's tomorrow, but basically I can withdraw it tomorrow. So let's make a video when I get the payout. But this is the firm, and like 80,000 for $80,000 instant funding, you will get it for like $3,400, and this is why it's expensive. Okay, it's expensive because there is no catch in this. The only catch is that the first payout you will get is after you make 5% on the account. If you make 5%, you can withdraw you can withdraw your profits and it's all good. Okay, but if you can't make 5%, you can't withdraw. That's the whole thing about this. And like it also have a trailing based drawdown, but that's very good because you don't have, first thing, you don't have a daily drawdown thing, so you don't have to worry about that. You can hold a swing trade. And the second thing is the trailing drawdown only activates if you move up like 5%. Let's say you made your first 5% on the account, so your trailing daily drawdown will move from, for 80k account, from $72,000 to $76,000. Okay, from 72 to 76, and you could request your payout, but then your trailing drawdown will only be $4,000. Okay, after that it will not move. That's the thing about this. Like, I will not go in detail because it will be too long of a video, but I hope I explained everything behind this reasoning and why. First, according to me, you should not go for funding pips 0. You can go for a two-step account. It's the greatest account in this field. Like, personally, I have never seen funding pips declining someone's payout. That's how much I trust them. And like, you should listen to me if you are watching this video, because I don't want you to get stuck and lose your money just because you think it was a dream come true of buying an instant account for $449. But you can see the catches behind this thing, okay? And that's why this thing costs $3,400 for an $80,000 funded account, but the same thing, our 100K account cost here $500. That's how cheap it is, and that's the reason I can call it a honeypot, because you can pour money in it, but you can't take withdraw. Only the top 1% will be able to take withdraw, and that's the claim. I can bet you out of hundreds of people that will be watching this video, maybe 5 or 10 people will get their payout even from the instant funding thing. Okay, but on the other hand, if you have money in your spare change, if you have money on your hand, you can go with instant funding. This one thing, like, go or buy a 20K account, use a code, and you will get like 17%, 20% off, like that. Go and like buy it and trade. It's a good way to at least recover your money, and I recommend you, if you have money, you can go with this option. But if you don't have money and are in the delusion that you can get this payout and you haven't even passed a single prop firm yet, I believe you should stop thinking that, because there is no way you are going to get payout. It may seem harsh, but that's the reality, okay?